Well, I had to ask my more intelligent partner here. What do you think about silver getting body slammed? Huh? You're wagging your tail. You means you're confident. You means what goes down must go up. Is it because it's like you? You jump up and down. Sometimes you're way up there. Sometimes you're way down. You're all over the place like a cat. So that's the moral of the story with silver. But I'm just going to tell you a couple more common sense things. Don't fall down there, buddy. Um, he's cool, man. He's a really good cat. He's like he just jumped. You see, he moved the camera a little bit. um, but I'd say point out a couple more common sense things. I know it got body slammed. It was down like 80 something cents, like I guess 21.50 or around there, and now it's slightly up as I'm making this right now. But um, it could bounce. You don't even know. It's going to be all over the board. And but what I think is going on here too is Bernanke talking about ending QE. It's the same kind of BS statement he made back in December of 2012. All the talk about, he didn't really say that. He says predicated upon unemployment rates getting at 6.5% and inflation being below 2%. So now, if things are improving, he's thinking about it. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. And that's the reality of it. I know you heard it a million times before, but actually, this is one area. I don't know. I don't put a lot of faith in Lindsey Williams or nothing like that, but I think he's right about the debt default, and that'll lead to catastrophic financial collapse. Because we always I don't know how many people know this or not, but I mean, yeah, China holds a lot of U.S. debt, but basically where the debt is really held, it's held by us. It's held domestically by large financial institutions, large banks, large insurance companies. If they default on the debt, that's going to wipe out a lot of old, established financial institutions where people have their life savings and your life savings is being managed with. That's what might happen. I know that's a Lindsey Williams type prediction. He's a little very drama, but it may happen. I think that's their only way out of this because they are going to keep printing money and adding debt to oblivion till the system breaks. That's why Mark Farbers keeps buying the gold. But I want to point something else out. I know, you could say, you could be partaking in the stock market and it's going up. And yeah, if you absolutely know that, but for the majority of people, if you're trying to look at the majority of people and save their wealth, most people are going to get caught in a trap. The stock market's going to be a trap. The real estate market's going to be a trap. It was a trap. It's going to be another trap probably. But the metals right now are extremely depressed. I know Silver Wheaton is making money, but the stock price is going down. But a lot of the smaller miners aren't making money. But here's the real super common sense tip, or actually there's two parts to this. I'm going to say one is about copper prices. Copper prices are very depressed. And everybody, or I don't know how many people know it, but they always call it Dr. Copper. Copper is a good indication of really what is going on in the economy. So copper prices are depressed. And that jives with silver prices because silver prices is mainly an industrial metal. So, you're seeing everything get slammed. And it's partly because of Ben Bernanke talking about ending QE, which is not going to happen. It's all talk. So, but the stock market, like I said, is being held up by the Federal Reserve itself. It really is. So if he ends his QE, stock market's going to go down. Now, the other thing I read, and I forgot which farm product it was. Actually, it was some type of peanuts, or not peanuts, but one of those type of things, like almonds, cashews. It wasn't one of them exactly, but it was like they needed bees to pollinate stuff, and they had just enough this year to get just enough bee colonies together to pollinate these crops. And we're looking at this futures market and what's going on with crops and agriculture and everything across the board. It's way down. Now, I know the problem is the drought, and there's been more problems and stuff like that, and crop yields have been horrible. Yet the agricultural prices are going down. It's like I don't get this exactly. To tell you the truth, I know, but something doesn't smell right about it. More than that, doesn't smell right about it. It just doesn't jive. You know, when you have a lot of, and I know there's certain parts that are of the United States that are doing good crop production, but generally speaking, it's bad. But the other side of it also is the bees. You know, nobody really talks about this too much. You'll see a story once in a while about bee colony collapse. They've been talking about it for years, but it's getting very, very critical. And I guess it's never a problem until it becomes right in your face. You know, it's right here. You know, here it is. Here's the problem. You know, it's all ignored. So the price of food and stuff is very depressed too, compared to what it should be. Copper's depressed. Copper prices have everything in the world to do with real manufacturing and production. So if copper prices are depressed, why are stocks so high? Because basically those stocks are in more like the banking sector and things like that. Actually, the stocks in commodities is very low, and energy sector is very low. So they're very much underbought. Commodities and the energy sector is very much underbought. So it's I think it's going to totally turn around. But people are, I know I'm going to see comments about, this shit is so screwed up, and it's not just all the banksters. There's other freaky shit going on, and I don't think it's going to last that much longer. But the majority, I guess you could say, it would be smarter if you had a crystal ball and you go in a Dow, but I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to get caught in a trap. The LW Lindsey Williams, I don't really put all kinds of faith in this guy. I'm not just harping what he's saying. I'm saying it does make sense. They will default on the debt. Really, what the hell's their options? And when they do default on a debt, guess what's going to happen to a lot of major financial institutions in the United States? They're going to collapse. That's what Mark Farber's talking about. That guy is the one I trust. He's not like 100% correct every freaking time. Obviously not. But he's more correct than the rest of them, and he actually gives you real hints. But it does jive as to how's this all going to end? When they're just putting more and more debt. It's going to be debt default. Who's holding the debt? It's mainly held in the United States by large insurance companies and financial institutions. Ergo, that's why Mark Farber's holding gold. So, and it could happen a lot quicker than you think. While we're waiting around for grass to grow, the deal. Now, I know, like Pastor, what's his name? Pastor Dowell, with his physical price is the price of silver. His physical price of silver is the price you find on eBay. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll go sell my silver for $50 an ounce, and I'll go buy it back from Gainesville Coins at 20 something. How's that? Anyway, I ain't going in with that kind of theory. That's a little crazy stuff. Silver's down. It is. It's low. So, but I've never been a person that say to every people, don't get rid of all your cash and put every cent you have into silver. I never said that shit. A lot of people have. And, say it goes back up and again it's up over 33 or something. Oh, there's going to be the $3,000, $500 predictions out of the woodwork, just like last time. As soon as it went over 33, they're all predicting $500, and I thought that was crazy. Not that I thought it would go down like this. I didn't think this. But, I always thought it was possible to go below 26. This kind of price, this stuff seems ridiculous to me. But, I don't know. But I don't have all my money in silver. That's the other thing. So, but I think it is going to turn around. I think there's wisdom with Mark Farber's going to play out. And I'm not just saying it just to him. It makes total sense. How are they going to end this game with QE? It's going to blow up, right? They're going to default on the debt. That's going to wreck a lot of large major financial institutions. And I can say one thing. I know Brother John F. is like too bullish on the metals. I'm too bullish on the metals. But he's like really extreme bullish. But there's one thing he says, and he points out that I agree with, that the major media, I noticed, they point out a lot of articles about, oh, the silver bugs are must be going ballistic and stuff like that. But when silver goes up, they're totally silent. You know, they don't say a word about it then. It's only when it goes down. Then you hear them out of the woodwork. They come right out of the woodwork. So it's almost like they are trying to dissuade you from put your money in silver. But to tell you the truth, I do not feel comfortable with the fiat paper anyway. I mean, I know right now I buy stuff, but I mean, I would not. I would feel very, very uncomfortable to go mainly into fiat toilet paper or U.S. cash. I would feel very uncomfortable to do that. You know, even the people that are down right now, and so you bought it up over 40. Yeah, that would bug me. But I wouldn't sell it now because it's probably near a bottom. Because too many people are down in the dump spot right now, and that's a good indication. It's, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you never know. It can even go a little further, but usually when too many people are in the dumps, that's usually when it turns around. And you know, Ben Bernanke's not going to be able to stop QE. So, and Dr. Copper is telling us what's going on in the economy. And actually, the bee colonies, if we can actually take a survey of how many bee colonies really are out there, but from what I read, like, I mean, just last week, they had to scrounge to get just enough bee colonies to cross-pollinate these. There were some kind of peanuts or almonds or some shit. I don't know what the hell it was. I didn't even know they used bees for that crap. I don't know nothing about farming, but it wasn't like corn and wheat or something. And they had just enough to, get the job done. There was like a major bee shortage. So if there's any more colony collapses, and I think a lot of that's due to Monsanto. You know, it didn't just come about because of like microwaves and cell phone towers. I think it's from Monsanto and insecticides. I think it's a genetically modified food garbage. But the price of food is down too. So when silver finally takes off, it gets up in the stratosphere, you're probably going to need it to buy food with because food's going to be expensive. So that's another good alternative investment. You can't go wrong with that. And just stick with it. Don't sell it just yet. I mean, yeah, I wish I would have sold silver at $30 before if I would have known this, but I don't know it. Nobody knows it. You know, if I could pull up a spirit from the past of one of my old relatives, he probably wouldn't know it either. So, you know, supposedly I'm related to Robert Vesco. There's a lot of people related to him supposedly, but if you ever heard of him, but he wouldn't know either. So just hang on though, because the common sense thing is that they're going to have to end in a debt default, which means a major catastrophic collapse of the financial system at some point. Not 5 years from now. I think it's coming in the Obama administration. That's when I think it's coming. So this may be like the tide moving out, and the tide's going to come back in. The only thing that's holding, I just want to say again, the only thing that's holding up the stock market is the Federal Reserve. Another indication that actual production's way down, copper's down. Copper. Dr. Copper's down. So just hang in there. That's all I say.